Good morning, and thank you so much for being here. I am Joss van der Walt, and in today's video we're going to be looking at 3 specific essential oils that are really fabulous in helping babies to get into that deep sleep, which is so important for them, right? And for moms and dads as well. So I've been using essential oils for probably 2.5 years now, and this is certainly one of my favorite topics because when we sleep well, we feel good. Life is just easier, right? So I love chatting about this and I love getting feedback on it. So if you have any sleep stories using essentials, please share them with me. The first thing I always tell moms when they're looking for a natural solution using essential oils is that you have to be willing to be consistent in the trial. It's not going to help if you use the oils for 2 nights, take a break for 3, use it again for 1, and call me up to tell me that it didn't work. It's not going to be that easy. Okay, you have to stick it out for at least a week before deciding that this hasn't helped. And at that point, we will try something new. Okay, I'm here for that journey. The first oil I always start off with any sleep issues, and the reason I always start off with it is because it really works. It's actually incredible. It's almost like a little bit of sleep magic. And that oil is lavender. Lavender is an oil that I go to for a lot, especially with babies and children. But when it comes to sleep, it is our first go-to. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to grab your diffuser, and I always recommend a diffuser with an intermittent setting, so 5 minutes on, 5 minutes off. And you're going to pop 3 or 4 drops of lavender in there, fill it up with the water, and you're going to pop that on in the baby's bedroom, probably around bath time. So after bath time, while we're getting dressed, we've got that smell going on in the room and setting the mood for that deep sleep. We're going to allow that to run all night. We do want to keep the door open, so don't close the door and stop the ventilation from happening. Okay. What I do want to say is that all of our bodies are different. So sometimes we react differently to the lavender. And that is where that 7-night process comes in. So sometimes the lavender will help, and after night 1, you just feel so energized because, it kicked off well. And sometimes it'll take 5 or 6 nights before you start seeing any change at all. Sometimes you may have worse nights in between. So night 3 or night 4 could actually be worse than before. And I want to encourage you to just keep with it. If after night 7 you really feel like this hasn't helped, it really isn't making any difference, don't give up. That's when we would move on to either of the other 2 options. Okay, so the first one that I'd hand you after lavender, or first one I'd recommend, is our Restful Blend Serenity. Serenity is this perfect blend of lavender and vetiver together. Vetiver is a natural tranquilizer. Both of them really great in helping to relax the body and getting it into that deep sleep stage. You're going to use it in the exact same way. If you're using Serenity, if you're using lavender and vetiver separate, you're going to do 3 drops of lavender and 1 drop of vetiver. It's a very strong smell, so you don't need a lot of it. The other option that I would offer you is lavender and cedarwood mixed. All of these are really calming oils, and they're going to help the body to relax. Okay, which is what you want before sleep time, so that those sleep cycles can start syncing up. If this is working, but just not fully giving that full night's sleep, we would then move onto a roller bottle, onto topical application. We'd mix a specific roller bottle with specific sleep blend essential oils, dilute it a lot for baby, and we'd apply that underneath their feet and down their spines. Sometimes it's just the final touch to help solve that sleep issue. For me, for example, my girls sleep really well when I diffuse adaptive and frankincense together. Okay, they've just got great taste in oil, so that really works. If we've had a really stressful week, or there's been a lot going on and they're just really stimulated that day, then I will diffuse those oils. They're a little bit older now, so they don't need essential oils every night to sleep. But I'd love to tell you a quick story of a friend of mine and lavender. Her baby just wasn't sleeping. She just felt like she wasn't getting rest, and she just wanted a few nights of sleep, right? I'm sure we've all been there. And so I sent her some lavender to try in her diffuser, and and she didn't message me for a few days, and I thought, okay, let me reach out and see how things are going. And I messaged her, and when I started reading her reply, I almost wanted to die. Okay, I felt horrible. She said to me that the first and second night she didn't really see any difference. By the third night they were completely willing to give up because the sleep had just become worse than before, and she was ready to throw in the towel. And she remembered that together we had decided that she would stick this out for 7 nights. That had been her commitment to me. And she kept going. And by the end of her message, I was smiling from ear to ear because by night 5, her baby was sleeping right through until the morning, which is just awesome. It's so great to get stories like that. If you have a story like this, please pop it in the comments so that I can read it. It reminds me of another story actually that happened very recently. A friend of mine as well approached me for sleep with her daughter, and her daughter wasn't a bad sleeper, but restless in the night. So just not staying in that deep sleep. And when I listened to her voice note back to me, it just really made my day. It made me so, so happy. She basically said to me that her baby went to sleep and woke up in the exact same position, which just shows us that, she slept really well and got that good deep sleep where that developmental stuff is happening and taking place. So that's just awesome. I love stories like that. So quick recap. When we're looking for sleep solutions for babies specifically, we're going to start with lavender. If we're not noticing a difference after a week, we're going to add some vetiver or serenity or some cedarwood. If we're needing a little extra help, we're going to add it topically in the form of a roller bottle. Okay, diluted with some carrier oil. So yeah, if you're an essential lover, please comment in the below which oils you use for sleep in your home. And please remember to subscribe so that you can get the rest of the Your Baby and Essential Oils video series. And don't forget to grab your free essential oil and Your Baby safety guide below, which outlines the different dilution strategies and just general safety guidelines when using essential oils with your little one. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.